Alright, so today I got all of these in the mail today, which I got me some DVDs, PlayStation 2 games, PlayStation 1 games, some music CDs, and some books too. And I bought all this from Suruga-Ya's website, which this is the 5th time I ever bought from that store. So anyway, I'm going to show you what I got from Suruga-Ya today. First off, the DVDs. Here's Nautical Blitz Tactics Volume 2, which I already have Volume 1, and now I have the second volume on DVD. So here's the disc and the pamphlets. Here's Happy Tree Friends First Blood, which is Volume 1. So here's the disc. Here's Happy Tree Friends Volume 3, The Third Strike. So here's the disc. And I already have Volume 2 of Happy Tree Friends. And now I have all 3 volumes of this. Like with the last Suruga-Ya package I got, it had Volume 2. So now I have 3 volumes of that. Here's South Park Volume 4. So here's the disc and a pamphlet of the episodes. And here's South Park Volume 8, which has some of my favorite episodes, such as Twig vs. Craig. So here's the disc and a pamphlet of all the episodes. Although, for an error, this one has Conjoined Fetus Lady, but it's supposed to be the Chicken Lover episode. And this one also says Conjoined Fetus Lady. So, I actually noticed that error, which is pretty cool. Now on to the PlayStation 2 games. Here's Ryuga Gotoku 2, which already have the first game, and I have a Japanese copy of the second game. So here's the disc and a manual. Here's Dog's Life, which is a dog simulator game. This game is actually pretty cool too. I already have a North American copy of it, and now I have it in Japanese. So here's the disc and a manual. Here's Need for Speed Most Wanted, the Japanese version. So here's the disc and the manual. Here's Odin's Spear, which I also have a copy of, which is the North American version, and now I have it in Japanese. So here's the disc and a manual. And here's Tim Burton's The Night Before Christmas, Boogie no Gakushu, or The Night Before Christmas, Oogie's Revenge. Which I bought a Japanese copy of this game just to add it to my Night Before Christmas collection. Because, of course, I love some Night Before Christmas. So here's the disc of Oogie Boogie. That one's pretty cool disc art. And here's the manual. Also, it's Boogie no Gakushu, not Oogie no Gakushu. But yeah, it's Oogie's Revenge. Now on with the PlayStation 1 games. Here's That's Pon, which I've actually been wanting this game for a while, and now I have it. So here's the disc and the manual. Here's Incredible Crisis, which this is my all-time favorite game on the PlayStation 1. I had beaten it before back 2021, which I still have my original copy of it too. So here's the disc, the spine card, and a manual, which is actually a pretty cool disc art, to be honest. And here's Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX, which is the Japanese version. Although they didn't like translate the whole thing from what I've seen in the Japanese version. But I bought it in Japanese because I love me some Dave Mirra. So here's the disc and the manual. And on with the music CDs. First off, here's Weather Report, Heavy Weather, which I already have this album on vinyl, and now I finally got it on CD. So here's the disc, the spine card, and the cover. Here's A by Dinky Groove, which is actually my 5th Dinky Groove CD I have in my collection so far. So here's the disc. Here's Songs About Jane by Maroon 5, which is the special edition. It even came with a phone charm of Maroon 5's logo too, which that's actually pretty cool. That's like the coolest thing that came with. So here's the disc, the spine card, and the cover that also came with the Japanese lyric sheet. Here's Kokon Tozai by Chisato Moritaka, which this is my 6th Chisato Moritaka album I have in my collection so far, because I love me some Chisato Moritaka. So here's the disc. Here's Chisato Moritaka. Here's Break the Cycle by Stained, which of course I bought me the Japanese copy because I love this album by Stained. I love the song It's Been a While. So here's the disc and the spine card. And here's the single for Virtual Insanity by Jamiroquai, because, you know, I love me some Jamiroquai. So here's the disc and the inside of it. And now on for some books, last but not least. Here's Tonkatsu DJ Agataro Volume 3, which I already have the first 2 volumes, and now I have the 3rd volume. Here's some of the pages. Here's Saki Volume 4, which I already have the first 3 volumes, and now I have the 4th book. I'm going to show you some pages. And last but not least, here's Greg no Daminiki, Doste Konaru no, or Diary of the Wimpy Kid and Dog Days. I already have the Japanese copy of the first 3 volumes, and now I have the 4th volume. I'm going to show you some pages of this book. And that's what I got from Suruga-Ya today. Well, just want to show you my purchases from that store. So that's all for right now, and thanks for watching. Going to show you some of them one more time.